Welcome back to some more Minecraft Skyblock here on Cosmic Sky. So what we're going to be doing is mainly going into adventures and trying to make a decent set for the Iron adventure known as Lost Wasteland. Quite literally, as I'm recording this, tomorrow, the Diamond adventure is actually going to release for the people that have the map unlocked at least, and I currently don't, but I do have the Iron adventure, which I did make a set off camera. I did purchase all the books and all the stuff I needed for this, and I actually got a Hitless Hunter 1 applied to this, which gets you more hitless numbers, which gets you more chests for more loot. I just YOLO'd it on at 73% and it applied, so we're gonna keep it for the time being. But basically, I want to improve my set. That is pretty much the goal of this video, as well as get, of course, some other things done. And currently, a lot of people are using my island fishing thing. I did change it to about 5,000 instead of 10,000, even though you could sell the fish on the auction house for way more. It's just a way to contribute to me for the fact that you get an extra fishing area if you're the one to fish here. And if you're ever going to use this, check island fishing before you ever pay the fee, because basically there is a cooldown and you have to check that. I do have about 6.7 million. The reason I have that is quite literally just because there was a loot box that came out, and as a creator we were given all the loot box stuff for Christmas, and so I opened all that on stream and I got up to almost 12 million, I believe it was, at like highest amounts of money. So I've been purchasing a lot of things, and one of those things is a ton of recipes. We have to go ahead and craft all these recipes, so we're gonna go ahead, craft these up, and make the iron fuel, which I want to get these done before the prices go crazy with the fact that diamond's releasing. And the reason you want to do that is so you don't miss out on it, or the price doesn't skyrocket and go insane per page. You just want to get it right in the moment, or else you're gonna regret it. And I also just realized I bought a beetroot recipe, quite recent actually, that I don't realistically need, so I have two of these. So I'm gonna resell one of these for a little bit more than what I purchased it for, because I don't want to miss out on the money that I potentially could have had. But we will craft all these recipes up because we need to claim them all. And then we can finally claim, I believe, the leftovers recipe, which required burnt smoked beef and the rabbit farmer stew to be both unlocked, which we can unlock rabbit farmer stew, and we'll unlock leftovers. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and get iron and copper fuel, beetroot, sugarcane, and torch flower. So we're all the way up to 3 of the fuel types that we need for the future of automation, and we already have all the way up to beetroot, which I believe is all the farming types from first adventure and second adventure until diamond. So these 5 are the last ones we'll need in the future. And in PV1, I did save up a ton of skill tokens from the loot box that I opened on stream. So we have 5 of these that we're going to go ahead and claim so we can start getting skills, which they do not transfer over each map, but you do get to get these for free in game if you actually grind a lot. But yes, as I was saying about skills, you do /skills and you get 3 options, and it requires a rank per skill. So like the first one is comet rank, and then you need titan for the next 2, and then galactic for the next 2, and it basically goes in order. So if you have galactic, you get all of them. If you have titan, you get the 3. If you have comet, you get the 1. Pretty simple, but you have to purchase them from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so you have to go in that order. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and take a look at what I want to get, and I'm thinking I want to get the adventure stuff because skill tokens are quite cheap right now, and they're gonna go up over time or go down. I don't really know. So I think I'm gonna get the PvE so we can do more damage in the second adventure, take 50% food loss, and make sure we can leave adventure sooner by 50%. Make sure our splash pots heal more than 25% than it already was healing, and we get a random drop from adventure drops from the skill, which just gives us random loot, potentially in the loot pool of that adventure. So we'll go ahead and claim all those, which is gonna be really useful. There are some skill tokens on AH, which I'm considering just buying some of these, so we're gonna do that. And the reason we're doing this and buying all these because we need 5 more, and I'm just realizing I could have bought these ones for cheaper. I think I'm gonna resell one so we can get some money back, so we're gonna do 700,000 here. But what I was saying was we need 5 of these, and then we need to spend them into the other skill tree, which is island, so we get a total of 25% extra XP from spawner mobs on our island. So let me go ahead and claim these first, and then I'll go over the rest of these. So we'll go ahead and claim that, and then we have a chance for instant respawn time, so no cooldown on a resource node potentially when we mine it. So that's really good. So when we're working on our island skills, we'll get 2 times faster progression when we manually do it if we claim this, and we get fly in all non-PvP zones, which means on any island that allows us to fly at least in their areas. So we'll get that so we can fly on our island now, and we have 90% durability loss in island world, so that basically helps if we're gonna grind a ton of mobs for XP. So it's really, really good. But there we go. We've finally got our skills up. We only have 2.7 million right now, but I still have a ton of things that I need to sell on the auction house. Eventually we'll make some more money, it's just a matter of time. Okay, so we're gonna hop into the second adventure finally for the first time this map, and the player count is pretty high in here because there's only 2 worlds you can choose from. And I also gotta mention this will go down probably tomorrow from the time I'm recording this because of Demonic being released. Everyone's gonna be rushing in there that has a map, of course. And I forgot, I purchased this for 590,000. But basically what these do is give you the next tier of loot for the adventure, the type it's for. So Lost Wasteland for iron, we can get up to heroic if we actually claim this. Even though it says unlocked for these, you still need a key. So you technically can't kill those mobs and they won't attack you unless you have this key activated. So let's claim it. And now we have heroic unlocked. Okay, let's go ahead, hop right in. We'll go into this one. I've not explored this in a long time, this adventure, which honestly, I'm kind of excited to explore this. They did revamp it at one point. It used to be like all sand based and now it's kind of mesa, which is interesting. I think there's an airdrop over here. I see smoke, but I don't know if it's actually a real airdrop. Either way, we're gonna go towards it. Oh, it is an airdrop. Perfect. We're gonna try and stay alive then because I don't want to miss out on the airdrop. So someone's gonna buy the skill token for 700,000 and then I'm gonna pay them. So we're gonna go ahead, pay them 50k in a second here once they buy it. I think I can pay from here. Yeah, there we go. We sent them into 50,000. There we go. So they bought the skill token. So we got it for 650k. That's better than nothing. Also, these mobs, I don't know how much damage they will do, but I do want to kill them because it means more loot potentially. But yeah, there's an airdrop over here. We need to get past these mobs so we can actually go to the airdrop. I'm quite literally not liking that I only have prot 3 and these mobs are doing so much damage. It's quite annoying, but we're gonna have to figure out a way to kill these mobs eventually properly. And I don't have any gems. It's just so annoying switching to a whole new adventure, but it's also kind of fun because you get to restart what you were doing originally. I have mixed feelings for it. Anyways, 15 seconds until it starts the airdrop. Hopefully it's just me or one other person because right now it's just me. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and do a feed and now we're gonna wait until they drop and we take on the mobs. I just gotta watch my health the whole time. Okay, my health is getting pretty low here. I'm gonna quickly kill this one and then eat. Okay, there we go. Should be regenning slightly. Okay, we're on 4 hearts. I'm gonna do a slash heal. So now we can loot some of these, get the loot. Okay, we're gonna fight this guy because it's aggroed onto me. Now we eat this and fight this guy. Quite literally, I think we get this whole airdrop to ourselves if no one comes along. I'm surprised with 20 people in here that no one came to this airdrop. That's interesting, and I'll take it. We also got around $20,000 just from looting an airdrop. That's interesting. And I'll take every socket I can realistically get from here because we're going to be putting these sockets towards maxing out all the sockets on this set. We only have a maxed out helmet for socket-wise, but we need to max out all the other pieces. All right, we're going to get an elite chest here, and hopefully it's something good because I don't want to get bad loot from this. Ooh, a minor gem. Okay, gems are good. I'll take it. Because we need to examine them over time and maybe sell them. We'll see. Because if I sell them, I can just buy the gems from the players that I need to get the gems from. That's probably the better option. Okay, there's apparently some heroic mobs here. They are quite dangerous to fight, but I'm going to see if I can take them on. I got 2 of them. Got a major gem for stone, which is a possible item you can get. I just died somehow. I'm not gonna lie, it is quite difficult with only prot 3. I need to get prot 4. We're gonna buy some more XP off AH. I think it's probably a wise idea if we're gonna try and get prot 4 at least. I'm gonna be honest, I got super lucky with my stone books. But to be fair, stone books are really cheap, so it really means nothing at this rate. We go again, we got a prot 3, another prot 3, and nothing that time. Like, our set is pretty much maxed out except for prot 4. That is all we're missing. So it's quite devastating that we're getting nothing but just like different kinds of level up 4 books. We're gonna go ahead, open up a little bit more books, and then I'll probably try and get these off camera, the rest of these, because I think that's a better option here for me to spend some time just working on it. And we didn't get anything again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is put some prot 3s on AH and try and get some money from these. So we're gonna AH sell them for like 75k per one, so we can make more money back and then put that back into XP until we get enough prot 4s that we need, of course. Anyways, I'm gonna come back once I have an update. So it is indeed the next day, and quite literally, I did manage to get Sharpness 5 and Smite 5 finally, because that's what I was aiming for in the last clip from what I recall. Our gear was kinda under-leveled, and it wasn't really that great, so I also got Prot 4 as well, and every single socket maxed out, and same with every socket on my axe. And I was given a ton of sockets to even do this. I will put a screenshot on screen of the player that actually gave me all the sockets to let me attempt at getting all the sockets. It turned out really well, because they had so many that they did not need. So they just gave them to me and I applied them. And they also gave me a ton of dust because they said they didn't need the dust. So I guess we'll be using that on a dodge gem here. We're going to go ahead and try and max out a dodge 4 on its percent, and we'll try and apply it since we have all this dust that they have supplied me, which I am very thankful for. Okay, we need 5 more percent. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll put that there, and let's put this on. Okay, so we'll go ahead and apply this to, I think, what did I put it on my chain set? I put it on the chest plate, so we'll do it there as well. Even though that's not the way people usually do it, I tend to do it that way. So we'll go ahead and apply, and it applied. Perfect. We got dodge 4 now. And there is a BR in a minute here, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna attend that because we need to actually set up automation for fuel. I was thinking we set it up in this corner. This corner seems like a good idea, and we're probably gonna just get rid of this chicken that was built by one of the admins. I just kept it here for the time being. So we're gonna go ahead and destroy all this, and we'll probably make our automation for regular fuel in this chunk area. And the reason for that is because we don't have any XP being made passively for our island. All my XP has been gained from viewers grinding at my island and myself grinding. Because if we look at like the monthly XP, that's the total and the top 10 people. And then there's a variety of like 36 different people that have grinded here, which is absolutely insane. I really appreciate this a ton. As you can see, if you visited my island, you may have seen your name there, but I do appreciate it because it's helping make these videos. But since we did our little adventure portion at the start of the video, I do want to also do the automation. And then we're also going to get carrots set up, which we need to get to level 12 on our island, which we're really close. I just need to keep farming as much as I can of these glowberries and all the other crops, of course. So we need to look on H and see if there's any fuel nodes, which there are not. And that's one thing I'm kind of regretting not buying off of players. Because apparently if you smelt down wood, like a wood resource log, you can get the requirement or the item to make fuel nodes. If you do /crafting, you can see all the recipes for every kind of like crafting material. Okay, so let's go to fuel and let's take a look. So yeah, we smelt 9 logs, get 1 fuel node because we get 1 per log here of the charcoal. So all the charcoal, we need 9, and then we get a fuel node. So that isn't too difficult. I guess I could set down my wood nodes again. I'm also thinking of making like a public node farm right here is what I was thinking, because what we would do is just have it stacked on top of each other and then have a full layer of a chunk filled with nodes for people to mine. I think that's a cool idea. Of course, I just need to get a permission block, so we need to buy one. Let's go into shop and let's figure out where they're at. We'll get the 8 radius. Okay, so I've come to the decision we're gonna actually build it over here, the node farm, the public one for everyone to mine at, and just for me to mine at if I need to in general. I'm just gonna make it where people can actually farm it if they really want to, of course. It's not like it's gonna be used often, but it's better to have it than not to have it permission blocked and public. The issue I'm having is I want the island to kind of be fully expanded in the chunk form. So like they're all full chunks pretty much here, because I believe it's 4 chunks in each direction. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd kind of like it to be like that fully on the bottom layer here, but we need island level 12 for this side to be complete and then 13 for this side, which is going to take some time. So I'm just going to fill this all in though, because I haven't done it since I last filled this all in. So for the first nodes, I think we're going to set up the wood, and I don't think we'll have public fuel because there's really no point for that, but we'll go ahead and set up all these. So there we go. We got our wood situated, and then we'll go up 3 blocks and we'll add the next layer, which will be stone. And eventually this whole chunk is going to be filled in. That is my goal in the future for every kind of node that is necessary on each layer. Unless I can't do specific nodes though, because I know some of them are harder to get than others. Just the ones that are good for manual resources. So we're going to put the permission block up here. I think that's where it's going to go. So we'll add public region, interact, pick up items, pick up XP, harvest resource nodes, and we don't need break blocks because it's for resource nodes. I'll allow players players if they're gonna mine to use telepathy, because that's not really an issue. I'm also gonna change this permission block and allow loop magnet, even though not many players use that, just so it's enabled. So now we need furnaces. We just need to go ahead and set these up temporarily. We're just gonna put down 4, I think is the idea. So I just put down some furnaces. We are gonna go ahead and start smelting everything that we need to smelt. We got resource logs, which you do need. They need to be resource, I believe, for this to work. I'm not like 100% certain on that, but I'd assume that's the case. And then I'm gonna grab out my previous axe with efficiency 5, and we just harvest these. We just got a captcha, so we're gonna go ahead and claim that so we don't get kicked from the server. But basically, we mine all these, get all the scraps, make some more wood, put that in the furnace. Simple process. So we go here, boom, and now we got another 3 fuel nodes in an instant there. Pretty easy. We're just gonna get a decent amount of these though. So one thing I forgot to mention is we do need a mining robot, which we don't have enough money for even one of these. The point is I want to show off how to build the setup, and then I'll just place the mining bot once it's ready to be used, because we can't really do anything for passive XP until we get at least 1 mining robot, and they're quite pricey is the problem. But we got a decent bit of charcoal. We'll go ahead, grab all this out, and we put it in here and make fuel nodes. Pretty simple. Realistically, we only need 30 for now, but in the future, I'm gonna have to mine out more of this. So all the charcoal is kind of gonna be needed, and I'm gonna have to keep mining this off camera. Okay, so all these furnaces are pretty much full of just wood that is gonna smelt over time. We'll go ahead and make the rest of these. So now we have 32, which is perfect. And we're gonna set up our fuel system, which is gonna go out, I believe, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we go ahead, go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total, and then we just fill this all in. And then the mining bot is gonna sit around here is the plan. So place something temporary, and then we're gonna go ahead, place a hopper, place a collection chest. There we go. And we select this as, where is it? Fuel. It should be this right here. And then basically it's an infinite mining loop for the fuel for the mining bot. It will infinitely mine this over and over again. That is at least the goal. It's a basic starting mining system. You don't want to use this the whole map. You just want to use it when you're starting out. That is definitely the only purpose for this. So for now, we're gonna just keep this layout set up, and then we will put a mining bot down and let it run when I get it. So I'm gonna go ahead, try and get a mining bot, get to island level 12, and then I'm probably gonna set up the fuel once we have that mining bot, and then we'll do the carrots here in a moment. So we did finally get to island level 12, and I do have enough money to buy a mining robot, but I also do want to mention, I did actually give some dust back to the guy who gave me some dust earlier. I wasn't sure taking it was a good option, and he actually wanted some back, so it actually worked out pretty well. So I did give some of it back that they needed, and I still got to keep some, so it works out pretty good. Anyways, I do want to go ahead and set up the carrot layer and also get that mining robot to show off the fuel system now. Okay, so I got one for 1,450,000, so around 1.5 million. We'll go ahead, place it down, and we need fuel to start it, which realistically is just me mining like maybe 3 or 4 pieces of fuel. We're gonna mine a little bit here. Actually, I can just mine it all, and then it'll all go in and start this thing, as you can see. So now all the fuel's in here, and it's gonna repeat the cycle, but it's gonna give me island XP, and I want to keep a watch on this for a bit to see how much it gives me over time, to see if this is gonna make a big dent in island XP for me doing really nothing at all. So in a full rotation, it didn't even give me a 0.01, so it seems it's not gonna give a lot, and a full rotation is about 30 seconds, I believe, so we're not gonna make a lot of XP from this right now, but once we get up other nodes, it'll add up over time. And another thing I do need to do is mine a ton of cobble nodes so we can actually get coal unlocked, and I need to mine even more cobble so we can get iron unlocked, which is not until island level 15, but I want the requirement because we can do the coal nodes or we can do the cobblestone, which cobblestone is easier quite literally by a long shot. So I'm thinking we'll set up the carrot layer now. We just need a ton of blocks, so mostly dirt. We'll grab as much of that as we can get, and some wood as well. We go 1, 2, 3, and then on this layer will be the new area for the wood outline, so we'll go ahead and do that really quick. But yeah, it does not seem like the island XP is going up much off of the fuel nodes, which I guess makes sense, but it will still add up. It's better than nothing. Not gonna make a drastic difference though. So we're done with the wood, so we make some slabs. We'll grab those, and we should have some spare as well, so we'll grab those as well. So now I'm gonna figure out where all the water spots are, and then we'll start filling in the actual area that needs to be filled in. I just want to have the slabs situated. We won't put the water in right away because that's just just gonna be a pain to remember which one is which. So we're just gonna make a little pattern here, putting down the slabs, and then we should be good. I'm just gonna quickly get some grass blocks because I know I need some for this outline over here. So we're just gonna put some grass. There we go. And then we do it on this one as well. So now I've purchased a ton of dirt, and now we can start going ahead and placing down the dirt in the area it needs to be on. I'm also gonna need to get sea lanterns, I believe, so we can actually put down the lighting as well, because carrots do need lighting, of course, so we're gonna get that. And off camera, I do believe I put some down for the sweet berries, the lighting, because it actually was not spawning some of them without light, and I didn't know I actually needed lighting for sweet berries, because I'm not very informed on that, apparently. I'm pretty sure we can till the land before we put the water in, and it won't despawn or turn back to dirt. I think that's something that actually works here on the server, so it would be good that we do that. And we should pretty much be done with the dirt now, so we're gonna go ahead and start tilling. And as you can see, it's not turning back to dirt at all, so it really just needs to be watered after this. So we'll have to get all the water going. Okay, so I also noticed we finally went up a 0.01% after like maybe 5 to 10 minutes within that range. So it takes that long with just one fuel setup, but that's only fuel nodes. So imagine if you had coal and iron nodes down, if you were trying to do like a iron and coal fuel recipe kind of system, it definitely would make a lot of XP. And since we leveled up the island, we actually need to expand one of the sides, I think, or no, all sides of the island. We need to expand all that once we're done tilling and putting in the water, just so we're on top of that and making sure we're expanding it every time we level. All right, one more row after this one, and we're pretty much golden here. There we go. So I'm gonna actually do the outline first. We're just gonna quickly outline this. Okay, now we're gonna get the water buckets. We need a decent bit of these, which I think are in this chest. So we're just gonna grab out a ton of them, and then we'll put the rest away when we need to. So we'll start filling these all in. There should be a block underneath each of these slabs, so we shouldn't have any issues of water anywhere leaking. But there we go. The water's situated from what it seems. And then we just gotta get sea lanterns going. Okay, so I got the sea lanterns. We're gonna start placing these. We go up 2 blocks, and then we place it. Pretty simple. And then we'll have some in the center of each of these. So we go 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one is where we put it. So then it's lined up with each corner. So we go ahead, do this again, and repeat the process until we are done. Okay, so we're done all of them. Now what that means is we need to place down the carrots itself, which I think I put in a different chest now since I've been running adventures and wanted to store them somewhere else. So now we can put these down. We got about a stack and a half, a little over that we can place down, which should give us good island XP, but they'll be more difficult to break for sure. They'll be kind of similar to potatoes on their break time, like how long it takes to break it. But other than that, we've got this situated. I just got to get a lot of these, but they are quite pricey, and I honestly should just run adventures for them, which is probably what I'll do. But there we go. We got the carrots done. Perfect. But there we go. We got a lot of stuff situated today. We got our iron set going. It looks fantastic so far, as you can see. And then we also got carrots going and our mining robot set up. I think what I'll do off camera is probably just go ahead and mine a ton of resource nodes so I can get up to coal and iron requirements, even though we aren't level 15 yet, but eventually we'll hit that goal in the future. Anyways, that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all the support recently, and I will see you all in the next one.